Welcome back to Soul Our Soul. Have you ever felt the weight of negative energy lingering in your life? Some believe that certain souls remain bound to this world, trapped by hatred, regret, or obsession, even beyond death. Others speak of cursed spirits, born from human negativity, manifesting as supernatural entities. But what truly creates a curse? And most importantly, can the soul be purified? Today, we'll uncover the mysteries of cursed souls, the nature of curses, and how one can achieve spiritual purification. Stay with me till the end, and let's explore these profound concepts together. A cursed soul is one that carries unbreakable attachments to this world, attachments so strong that even death cannot erase them. But these are not attachments of love or joy. They stem from hatred, rage, regret, and obsession, negative emotions that weigh down the soul, preventing it from moving on. Imagine a soul filled with unresolved anger or deep sorrow. It becomes restless, trapped in a cycle of suffering. In many cultures, such souls are believed to linger in our world, bound by their unresolved emotions, unable to find peace. But a cursed soul is not the only form of lingering negativity. Some spiritual traditions speak of cursed spirits, beings born from cursed energy that leaks from humans due to their negative emotions. Every thought, every emotion carries energy. When negativity accumulates in large amounts, whether through fear, anger, or despair, it can manifest into something more, something beyond human perception. These cursed spirits exist in the shadows, feeding off the very emotions that created them. They are invisible to most, but their presence is often felt through misfortune, disturbances, and an eerie sense of unease. But where do curses come from? What gives them power? A curse is often seen as a supernatural force, a wish or pronouncement fueled by dark energy. It can be cast by spiritual power, a deity, spirit, or universal force that enforces justice. Magic or witchcraft, rituals designed to invoke harm or misfortune. Negative intent, sometimes, even a strong emotional wish for harm can act as a curse. The purpose of a curse isn't always pure evil. In many ancient traditions, curses were believed to serve moral significance, a form of justice against those who harm others. This aligns with the idea of what you give, you receive, meaning if someone causes suffering, they may attract suffering in return. But what about verbal curses? Are spoken words truly powerful? Many religious teachings warn against cursing. In Islam, Christianity, and other faiths, using foul language or wishing harm upon others is considered a sin. Words carry energy, and when spoken with anger or hatred, they create negativity that not only affects others but also pollutes the soul of the speaker. The Quran and other scriptures emphasize the importance of speaking with kindness, truth, and wisdom. When we curse, we not only hurt others but also burden our own souls with darkness. So, how do we cleanse ourselves from negativity? In Islam, purifying the soul is essential for spiritual well-being. Here are 8 powerful ways to purify the soul. Remove impure thoughts. Guard your heart and mind from negativity. Avoid resentment, envy, and anger. Know what Allah likes and dislikes. Align your actions with divine guidance and seek to please your Creator. Make good deeds a habit. Acts of kindness and charity cleanse the soul, replacing darkness with light. Consistency. Purification is not a one-time act. It requires daily practice and self-awareness. Keep righteous company. Surround yourself with positive, spiritual individuals who uplift and guide you. Hold yourself accountable. Reflect on your actions and seek forgiveness for past mistakes. Reflect on the Quran. The words of Allah provide wisdom and guidance to overcome negativity. Accept your mistakes. True purification begins with humility and the willingness to grow. Through these practices, the soul becomes lighter, freer from negativity, and closer to the divine.